What is up, guys, and welcome back to another Bowjinjin Plays PSU Dark Souls Edition Ultimate Hell Mode Challenge. So, last time we arrived on this wonderful planet, which I don't know, like, honestly, the place is pretty cool. I'm in the bar, so I left off last time playing a bit of, chaotic bar from PSU, just to kind of set the mood. But yeah, so I have to say, like, after coming back here, that I'm like, damn. You know, like, compared to New Days, I mean, this place seems pretty barren, right? But like, I have to say that, like, it's growing on me. You know, it's definitely got that PSU charm about it. You know, I definitely have to give it up to just the atmosphere of this game. But anyway, so I believe that we are on our way to a mission right now. Let me just quickly set everything that I need to set. Like I said a couple episodes ago, yeah, like, I'm going to, moving forwards, I'm going to play it with traditional rules, if you will, for, like, you know, the Dark Souls edition playthroughs that I do, where where basically I have quote unquote God hand, right? So it is one hit kills, but yeah, you know, because before I was doing something else. Maybe when I get to a boss, I'll try and take it down, like I did with the 10 Gogs or whatever they're called, you know. But you know, that's how we will proceed from here on out. Anyway, let me get warmed up. It's a new sesh for me, so. The area up ahead is swimming with creatures, all the way up to the mine. And the mine is where the rogues are hiding. Let's proceed carefully.
The creatures are moated but tough, so you better listen up and be careful. You could get chewed up and spit out before you even know it, if you don't watch your rear.
Oh, not the rear. Please.
You talk too much, chibi man. What did you say?
Look, Ethan, stop trying to get into arguments with our dumbass instructors and we'll lose points.
Okay, I gotcha.
Oh yeah, I got my fucking Fists of Fury. It's a shame it's not like, if you guys know Cliff Fitter, I guess his name, I think his surname is, from Star Ocean 3, like, the way that he punches, he does a punch at a time. That would have been a lot more useful here, because you can just go up to enemies and punch them once. But here you have to commit to 2 hits, which is kind of stupid, if I'm honest, but oh well. There we go. Okay, what do you guys have for me? Oops, let me change my HP, because I'm cheating. But I'm not going to pin it there. The good news this time is that, like, none of my teammates are women. And what does that mean? That means that there won't be anyone trying to heal me, so, you know. Oh god. So yeah, I won't have any accidental, like, getting healed by anyone of my party members. Instead, I'm just going to cruise along at 1 HP and hopefully I don't die. Oh god. Well, that's one escape doll. Okay, maybe that wasn't the best idea. Was I? I guess it's this weapon, right? You have to be basically right next to them if you actually want to hit them. Oh boy, okay. Well, I guess we'll try that again. The reason I'm dicking around and using fists or knuckles or whatever they're called, right, is because, I don't know, I get bored, basically, of using the same fucking weapons, right? I use pistols all the time, because they're the safest option, obviously, right? But the thing is that God, when they're flying, they have a hitbox in front of them the size of Kentucky. Not that I know how big that state is, because I do not live in the United States. But I'm guessing it's pretty damn big, right? It's probably definitely bigger than the UK, I hope. I am obviously prone to saying stupid shit, because I am an internet person. Or rather, a stupid person on the internet, right? And stupid people on the internet tend to make stupid comments, right? So sometimes I say things that are completely inaccurate, but like I try to the best of my knowledge to be... Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't have my thing. I'm just gonna fucking kill these guys. Who gives a shit?
Feels good, man. Hashtag.
Yeah, like, what was I saying? But I try to the best of my knowledge to say accurate things, but sometimes I just... my stupid side shows, right? And I hope that you will forgive that side of me, because it knows not the stupidity it spews sometimes, but... and it means well, right? Like, completely, like, extricating that side of me from me, right? But yeah, the side of me that says stupid shit means well, you know, and when it spews inaccurate facts with, like, utter, like, confidence, then it's only trying to either be informative or funny, right? So, like, I hope that you, along with me, will try our best to forgive it. But anyway, yeah, these guys are okay. It's just the little guys, I think. Because these guys, as far as I know, are just a reskin they're just reskins of, like, the regular kind of boomer type enemies that you get in Phantasy Star, the 3D Phantasy Star game. What was that? I just saw something fly past me. These guys are pretty scary, but these guys are the most scary, those flying guys, because they have an active hitbox as long as they're flying. But yeah. Yeah, there's that thing. It's like flying around. What the fuck is that? It's like some kind of mayfly? Or not mayfly. Again, dragonfly was probably more accurate, but anyway. This place is cooler than I remember it being. Like, the music's okay, right? It's okay. It's not the best, probably, like, just being honest, but I think if this area had more, like, immersive music, right? Okay, I say it's bad music. It's not bad music. It's like, rather, what I mean is, like, I feel like it could be a bit more atmospheric. You know, like, based on this, you know, this is me ranting again, but, like, based on, like, this area and, like, the theme of this area, which is, like, a barren wasteland type of area that's kind of a bit creepy and sinister, then yeah, I would say that this music fits, like, ticks those boxes. But more in terms of, like, the feel of this area, like, I would say that it's probably, it would have been more effective. Oh god, a bunch of these guys. Oh god, they're all flying towards me. It would have been better if, like, they did something that was a bit more atmospheric. You know, if you think to PSO, right? PSO episode 2, where, like, there was a mountain region, right, in the on the surface of Ragol in episode 2, and, like, the music was so, like, atmospheric and, like, left, like, such an impression on you. That's what I mean, right? Like, this, obviously, like, the music's fitting is what I'm trying to say. Again, I mentioned a couple episodes ago, it could have been last episode, like, I don't remember, but, like, I mentioned how these guys are okay. I'm gonna try and take them out. I need some better photon arts is what I need. Oh god, they can throw shit. I believe that spell is called Digger, or something like that. Yeah, like, there's two ways of looking at things. There's an industrial, I guess you could say, way where you look at something based on the quality of, like, the... What the fuck is that guy doing? Just breathing fire into the... You know, he's defeating bacteria, I guess. He's sterilizing the air so that when we walk past we don't get poisoned. So I'm guessing he was a not so bad guy. Maybe he didn't deserve to be eradicated by my fists of fury. Oh shit, I forgot I had a photon art on that. But anyway, yeah, there's you know, there's a way of looking at art where it's like, is it well designed? Does it fit the theme, you know, of what it's trying to fit? You know, is it competent at what it does? You know, that kind of thing. Are the graphics good? You know, do they hold up to the industry standard at the moment? You know, all of these kind of more, let's say, mechanical, I guess, considerations. You know, or more like QA, right? QA stands for quality assurance. And I know it doesn't, you know, that really, it's not like technically, you know, correct what I'm saying, but like, you know what I mean. I'm like kind of waffling, but like, you know, there's one way of looking at things where it's like, is it good, right? But then there's another way where it's like, does it make you feel something, you know? And you can look at things both ways. I'm out of PPs already. See how boring this is? I'm just shooting stuff. I'd rather get up close and personal, but the thing about, is like, my hitbox suck, the enemy's hitboxes do not suck as much, right? So, at least in terms of what they're trying to do. Again, like, it would have been cool if, there goes my one and only scape doll. You see, this is what I mean. You try to be cool, right? And the game is like, fuck you. Trying to be cool. Not on my watch. Not with that 1 HP. You think you're Superman or something? You know? Yeah, anyway. I think I can freeze my value now because I'm at... Because I don't have any more scape dolls, I believe. Let me just have a look. Yeah, I have no more scape dolls, okay. So I can safely freeze my HP value at 1, in case anything. Oh god, hello there. You look pretty friendly. He actually looks pretty cool, in all honesty, in all fairness. Okay. Well, we have no sign of any life just yet. These guys have not loaded yet. Let's wait like a second or two before they load. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. He was... Leo, you alright? You're like... I was attacking the bacteria. Okay. So... Just your run-of-the-mill, everyday... what's it called? Damn it, it's been a while since I played, like, RPGs like this. What's it called? It's not grind. What's it called when you go through a dungeon? It's not called a run. What's it called? It's not called a grind. Damn it. Dungeon run. Raid. I think it's called a raid, right? 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 I'm not making things up, right? That's what it's called, isn't it? Like when you go through, when you do like a dungeon, you're like, yeah, we're going on a raid or something like that. I could be making it up. Right, it's been, honestly, like I say, it's been a while since I played like this kind of RPG, you know, online RPG, so... The terminology has faded from my most immediate memory. Or it could simply be old age. You know, I am getting on in the age department. Not quite an old fart yet, but I'm getting there, you know. I am playing this game around a lot. I'm joking. But, you know what they say, right? The oldies are always goldies. No one ever said that, I made that up. But I think the sentiment is not like, I'm not alone in having that sentiment. You know, I'm sure like a lot of people feel that way about the things that they love, you know, as age goes on. But like, you know, I guess to further what I was saying, my comments about the fact that there are two ways of classifying games, I would say that they're both valuable. I think I've already mentioned this, right? But the last time I talked about it, yeah, I might have mentioned it, but like, the thing is, right, I'm kind of biased, you know, I'm sure I've mentioned it many times, and you probably know this by what if you watch me, right, but like, I'm pretty biased when it comes to what I think is good, and what I like to play / experience, right, but, oh god, come on, hitboxes in this game, man, but, yeah, oh, I haven't been looking at my my defense. Not that it really matters, to be honest. Yeah, fuck it. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I tend to kind of be more on the. Does it make me feel something? You know, was there heart and soul behind the vision that the developers had for this game, or was it just another one of those industry tick box exercises where like let's release this game, and then it has this projected profit, you know, moving into the future, you know, business basically. Is it a business product or is it an art product, right? I tend to be more biased towards art, right? You know, does it make me feel something? Was it inspired? You know, does it inspire me? You know, but like, speaking objectively, they're both valuable, right? In the sense that like, as much as you love the things that you love, right? Oh god. As much as you like the things that you love, right? You know, everyone has a right to like the things that they love. There comes a point where like, you kind of revisit something, right? This is something that people talk about, right? It's like, let's say you love this game, for example, and you're like, oh my god, I can't wait to play it again. Maybe it's for a Let's Play channel, maybe it's just for your own, you know, for your own enjoyment. And you pick it up after many years, right? You know, you last played it when it came out and you were like 12 or something. And you come back to this when you're like 24, 25, 26. And you're like, and like the bits that you remember like really loving about this game, you're like, oh my god, this game is so, just like my reaction when I was seeing New Days, and like what I was saying earlier at the beginning of this episode, it's like, I don't remember this world being as inviting as it is, even though like, again, it's not my favorite world. But yeah, but nonetheless, you know, I'm like, wow, this is so cool. Do I have to smash this? I'm guessing I do. Okay. Nope. It's just a fat wall blocking my forward momentum, even though the map says that I should be able to pass it. Am I not? Maybe I just need to attack it? Let me try that again, because I'm not stupid, right? Like, I'm not seeing anything. Because, like, I remember there was a bit at the very beginning of the game in the linear line where there was some rubble and you had to find the weak spot to it. Yeah, there's definitely no way around that. Okay. Okay, game, you got me. Yeah, and you're like, oh my god, I like, I'm so glad I replayed this game. But, like, if you know, if you're being honest with yourself, right, you know, there are probably some things, and there may not be a lot of them, right, but there'll be one or two things that you're like, okay, now that I'm playing this back, and I'm older, and I've experienced more stuff, like, I have to say that I maybe, like, this part of the game was not as good as I remember it being, right, you know. And, you know, you will feel this, right, and so, I mean, this is why new art exists, right, this is why people keep making art, in a sense, right, is that, like, as the quality of certain things improve, such as technology and tools available to you as an artist, then like you have better ways to make better art, right? From a technical standpoint. So what I'm really saying is that like when it comes to art, right, there are two dimensions to it. One is kind of timeless, I would say. If you with your art can make something that really touches people and moves them, then it's something that they will remember for the rest of their lives, basically. You know, like in the same way that this game, for example, or like the legacy that that these developers had, Sonic Team, you know, all of the wonderful games that they brought us in our childhood, we'll always remember them. You know, if we like from our childhoods, right? Because there's a component of them that touched us deeply when we were young, and still continues to touch and inspire us. right? That feeling is one dimension of art that you have to pay attention to. If you don't resonate with it as much, right? So you have to make your art timeless to this extent. Why do these guys do that? I'm guessing it's part of this shifter or buff thing that they do. Oh god. Okay, Tonio, no need to show off. I already took care of the guy. But I could use your photon art. You better give it to me. I'm gonna fucking slap your ass. Shall we go warp first, or shall we... Is there a save point? Or is it just a healing spot? I guess it's just a healing spot. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, you know, and that's important, but you also, as long as you, even if you're just a consumer, like I'm speaking primarily as a creator myself, right? Although I haven't made anything significant yet, but like I am in the process of, like, you know, I make music. I guess I make, even though these are kind of pretty commonplace nowadays, like let's plays, I make let's plays, I do vlogs, right? As I, you know, at some point I'm going to have to evolve my pool of tools to kind of make them better, if I am to continue making art, right? And obviously, like, if you, okay, let me kind of finish my train of thought here, right? Even if you're a consumer, right, and, you know, if you're the type of person like me, you know, I don't like budging from the things I really love. You know, I'm kind of stubborn that way. If I really like something, then, like, then I will swear by it, usually. You know, unless it becomes mainstream, like that's kind of another kind of thing, like, it's part of my personality. I'm a societal rebel, I suppose, in that sense, that, like, when something becomes mainstream, it starts to lose its appeal to me, which is stupid, I know, but I'm becoming less like that. But, like, yeah, I've always been like that, you know. That's why, like, I'm always into things late, really, you know, or in the past I have been, because I have to wait until people like, you know, the mainstream stops, like, dick riding it, so that I can be like, you know what, this is actually quite good, you know, after everyone's, you know, already kind of long gotten themselves off of that dick, if you will. But yeah, you know, if you're like me, then, like, eventually you're gonna have to, like, look for new stuff, even if, like, some of the stuff that you love, like, for me, for example, like, the things that I love, I will always love them until I die, basically. I'll always love the things I love. But the thing is, like, you also have to keep looking for good things, for new things, you know, and to see, like, what humanity is evolving into in terms of the art that it makes. But yeah, but if you are a creator yourself, like, if you make art of any kind, it could be let's plays, it could be music, it could be visual art, it could be writing, you know, anything. It could be something that's outside of these conventional art forms, right? Video games. There's one more thing I haven't opened. I guess I'll open it. Oh shit! Oh, I thought that was like an android. I was like, fuck, that guy got fucked up. Might as well open these. There's no point really, but I don't think we've stumbled across a single useful item in this entire playthrough in one of these boxes, except scape dolls. You know, but those are few and far between. Okay, at least we're at the mine now. There should be a save point. Sweet. Yeah, if you're an artist yourself, the most important thing is to make the kind of art that you're proud of making. And to take the art that you love and, you know, to make it a really, really crystallized version, expression of who you are, and to give that to the world in a form that they can consume, you know. So this is why technique and vision are important, both, right? But you have to then, once everything's said and done, you know, there'll be people who say, you know, like I'll say, you know, oh god, there's a cutscene. I'll watch this first.
Hey, sure enough, there's a rogue over here.
Why would rogues be kidnapping scientists?
Idiot. That's what we're here to find out.
Damn.
Come on.
Come on.
No problem.
I like his voice. To be honest, I like all of the voice actors. I know I was kind of taking the piss on one episode
After me.
because, like I said, a lot of this game is goofy as fuck. But like when it comes down to it, like even though like there's a lot of goofiness and some parts feel like a bit disjointed, overall you can tell that a lot of care was put into this game. Like even the voice actors, like I wouldn't say that they did a terrible job. If anything, like it feels like the reason it's goofy is because like there's a bit of, well, we were just past like a laser fucking fence thing. That's crazy. Well, let me restore my PPs first. Oh god, there's a healing thing. Isn't there usually a PP thingy? Oh well. I guess let's see. Let me think. Okay, we'll proceed a bit more. It doesn't, like, I don't have to end this episode here. Like, I just want to finish my thoughts here. And we'll make it half an hour before we get out of here, but... I don't know if that's what I would deduce from this situation, Hugo. But it's one way of looking at things. I think they were saying that, like, why are there monsters in this cave? And it's like, and Hugo's like, maybe it was like an intentional defense mechanism. I'm like, maybe, like, I don't know. At least that's what I think they said. Yeah, you know, sorry for always rambling on about this kind of thing, but this kind of thing is important to me, I guess, right? So I talk about it. And also it's relevant to whoever is out there who is making their own art, you know, and you know, we all need a pat on, like not a pat on the back, but like a spirit lifter from time to time, you know, because if there's one thing that art lends itself to, it's like crushing self-doubt. You know, oh god, just like dying in PSU does to you, fills you with self-hatred. But no, like when you're making art, because it's so personal, and because like no one is, you have, like, as an artist, like you can sometimes feel a bit alone, because it's so personal, the process, you know. It's like, it's not easy, you know. In a way, like when people say that like art is, like, you know, if you become an artist, I feel that people would think that like you don't really have an excuse to complain or have a reason to complain because you're doing something that you enjoy. Why would you complain about that? And yes, like they're right to an extent, right? You kind of, you have to like swallow your, not pride, but like swallow your complaint, you know, because like the thing is, like if you're in a normal job, right, you can complain all you fucking want. If anything, part of what you do with your colleagues is complain about the company. You know, if it's not like gossip or something, you know, I know this from first-hand experience. That's what you, it's not anyone's fault, it's just, that's just how it is, right? You know, you work in a job or a day job, and it's like a lot of times nothing happens and it's boring and you're like, and you can't really, you know, like come out of your shell too much, and so like you just spend the time like kind of gossiping with like colleagues and you know, talking about shit, you know, complaining and stuff like that, like same old, right? And it's like, you can do that because you're in a day job, you know. If you're employed, you can do that shit, right? But if you're an artist, you know, and you're making your own art, you know, you can't really, it's like you can complain, but no one's gonna, like you don't have any colleagues around you kind of like validating you, like being like, yeah, you know, fucking company, right? It's like you have no one to talk to, like about, like you have no one to complain to. don't get me wrong, you can complain all you want. I always complain, like to myself. I'm always like, fucking no one understands. It's so hard. It's like, you know, being inspired all the time is really hard and blah 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 blah. You know, I complain all the time to myself. But like at the end of the day, you got to be able to pick yourself up off the floor by your own, with your own hands, if you will. Like no one's gonna pick you up, like as an artist. And that's kind of cool and shitty at the same time, right? You know. But anyway, I'm rambling again. Like the bottom line, what I was trying to say was like, if you're an artist in any shape or form, right, then like keep doing what you're doing. Know what you're trying to do with your art, and just always be present with yourself and understand what you're trying to achieve. Whether what you're doing in the current time is an accurate and useful form of creativity, right? Because a lot of the times we can be led off the path, you know, because we get caught up on like, I want to make this look good, and I want to put this in, and I want to put that in, but it's like at the end of the day, you have limitations is one thing, right? And also, like, sometimes what seems cool from a point of view where you're like, oh, this looks so good, like you're checking someone else's art out and it's so good, and you're like, oh my god, I want to do something like that, you know, and you try and do it, right? But like sometimes it's too challenging for your skill level, right? Your current skill level, or like you try it and like you're just kind of, oh, I remember there might be traps in here. Fuck. I seem to remember there are traps in here, so I need to be careful. Okay, stress levels just went higher, but yeah, you know, like, but at the end of the day, like, if you're trying to force it too much, and it's too hard, and it's just like you're just trying to force it too much, like eventually you realize like, maybe I should just keep things simple, and kind of take a break, and like kind of like really sit with what I want to express in this art that I make, you know. And then I guarantee that if you do that, like, you'll come out the other end and you'll have more clarity than ever in terms of like what you're trying to do. You know, you'll recognize that like the phase that you're going through was, I guess, a distraction, really, you know, and like you kind of wake up out of it, you know. Anyway, I'm spewing a lot of bullshit. I think we're over the episode. So cool, guys. Thank you very much for watching this as usual. I think this is slowly changing from PSU Dark Souls Edition Ultimate Homebrew Challenge to just let's play some PSU and have fun and just shoot the shit, like, is what it's turning out to be. And I'm not too averse to that, honestly, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Yeah, it's just talking about random shit and yeah, having a good time. So chilling the fuck out, you know. It is winter time right now, if you're watching it as it comes out, so it is the season to be chill as fuck. So anyway, without further ado, guys, I will leave you to your devices, and I will catch you in the next episode of PSU Dark Souls Edition Ultimate Homebrew Challenge. Until then, I hope you will stay well, and I hope you will keep doing what you love, and I will catch you next time. Peace out, guys. See you later.